Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm a little distracted. This is the first show I've ever done with an interpreter. This is right now. Well, I'm trying to learn retard. 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 Democrat. Democrat. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I knew it. Democrat. Democrat. Retard. Retard. Democrat. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Are you kidding me? I did not set this up, Democrat! Democrat! It's the same thing! I quit! Mommy, good night, I love it.
And the Democrats have not learned a damn thing since the election. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification, multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below if you like channel, like content, and what I do here. You can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Once again, comments on gun-related channels can be removed without notice. We are being scrutinized by the YouTube algorithms. Be aware this is happening. Also, my online store is open. You can support me with this great gear. As you can see, I'm wearing a pullover today. Very slick. But that's another way you can support my channel and also get some great gear at the same time. Let's talk about this. And I say the Democrats have learned nothing since the election. Put aside the gun issue, because we know they're anti-gun. Put that aside. They have doubled down and tripled down on the same rhetoric that lost them the election, where the majority said, we don't want this. Their approval rating is 21% as of the last polling. On average, 21%. They have learned nothing. They couldn't even stand for a 13-year-old cancer survivor who wanted to be a police officer. They couldn't just put aside their hatred of one man to celebrate this child.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
I also thought that DJ, the little 13-year-old Gabriella, who had been told that he only had 5 months to live many years ago, about I think 5 or 6 years ago, the little boy was absolutely adorable. And when the Democrats didn't stand for a little 13-year-old boy who is still living, that actually ironically demonstrated what they stood for, which is everything against what this current administration is doing. And that's one of the things that President Trump did open with. He opened with, there's nothing I can say that's going to make you want to stand. And he was really right.
Nope. They sat there like stoic morons, and they continue down the road of destruction. And as a fiscal and social conservative, I have no problem with it. But they are doubling down on their anti-gun rhetoric also. They are pushing forward what they call the Keep Americans Safe Act. This is a bill coming out of the Senate where it will ban any magazine over 10 rounds. Basically, this is a rehashing of the 93 assault weapons ban. And the usual suspects are involved: Hirono, Blumenthal, Coons, Duckworth, Durbin, Heinrich, Kane, King, Klobuchar, Markey, Merkley, Murphy, Murray, Padilla, Reed, Rosen, Sanders, Smith, Van Hollen, Warren, Welch, and Whitehouse. Now, let's be clear right up front. The chances of this going anywhere are slim to none. They don't have the majority to do it. And the election should have been an indication, or the greatest indication, that the American people are just not on board with their nonsense. And that's across the board with all of their policies. But they're going to do it anyway. Let's come into here. Dems pushing federal mag capacity bill. A group of anti-gun U.S. senators, the usual crowd, has introduced a measure to outlaw firearm magazines that could hold more than 10 rounds and authorize a so-called buyback program to confiscate magazines holding more rounds, unconstitutional. The so-called Keep Americans Safe Act, introduced in both the House and Senate, will prohibit the sale or transfer of a magazine that can hold more than 10 rounds to anyone except law enforcement, and prohibit the possession of such magazines manufactured after the date of enactment by anyone except law enforcement. Here's the problem. The Constitution does not apply, or does not have classes of how they can exercise the right. It's we the people. We the people are the same as law enforcement, the Secret Service, and all the people that protect them, because I guarantee you they are not going to be forced to carry 10-round magazines. Politicians would damn sure not want their Secret Service protection and those protecting them at the state level with magazines 10 rounds or less. You know that ain't gonna happen. So, authorize magazine gun buyback programs and empower law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and ATF, to seize and destroy magazines that are possessed illegally. Now, the definition is just literally regurgitating every assault weapons ban. The term large capacity ammunition feeding device means a magazine, belt, drum, fed, strip, helical feeding device, or similar device, including any such device joined or coupled with another in any manner, that has an overall capacity of, or that can be readily restored, changed, or converted to accept more than 10 rounds. So what they're trying to do here is, you take two 10-round magazines and put it into a coupler. Oh, no, can't do that. Can't do that. If you have like Hex Mag, which are full-size magazines that only take 10 rounds, but they can be modified to accept more than 10 rounds. They're saying you can't have those. That's what that argument is in this bill. Of course, they're excluding tubular-fed devices such as rimfire 22s, but who cares? It's still unconstitutional. While the measure would not ban the manufacture of such magazines, once again, just they're making classes of rights here. It's not good. The legislation specifies a large capacity ammunition feeding device manufactured after the date of enactment of the Keep Safe America Safe Act shall be identified by a serial number and a date on which the device was manufactured or made legibly and conspicuously engraved or cast on the device, and of such other identification as the Attorney General shall by regulations prescribe. Now, this is a federal thing, and they're going to ask Pam Bondi to kind of gatekeep this. Ain't gonna happen. She's been like, get out of my face with this nonsense. Okay. But the buyback program is basically it's a farce, because the government never owned any of them. So you can't buy back something you never owned in the first place. So let's just start with that nonsense. But Section 501A1 of the Title I of the Omnibus Crime Control and Safe Streets Act of 1968, 34 U.S.C., is amended by adding at the end of the following: compensation for surrendered large capacity ammunition feeding device, as that term is defined in Section 921 of Title 1811 United States Code under buyback program for large capacity ammunition feeding devices. Yes, go there. But apparently what the Democrats are telling us here, we're not competent enough to have a magazine over 10 rounds, but they can have them to protect themselves. It's like plausible deniability. I'm not actually carrying the magazine. It's this guy who's protecting me. It's such a bullshit argument. But exempting, as they always do with every assault weapons ban, exempting law enforcement and military is creating special rights. The Constitution does not work that way. The Constitution is for everybody equally across the board. It's we the people. So this, once again, is going to create that void of saying, well, law enforcement, you don't have to worry about it. Military, you don't have to worry about it. And they should worry about it, because at some point they're going to be John Q. Public, and don't think these people won't come after them also. Well, you're no longer active in law enforcement or active in the military, so you got to give them up to. The chances of this passing are it's almost zero. They don't have the votes for it. But the fact that they continue down this road of doubling and tripling down on this rhetoric is just, I don't know what's going on. Even though I don't mind it because it's going to guarantee they're not going to win any damn elections for the next 10 years. And I have no problem with that. But you think they would catch on. You think they would catch on. Trump won the popular vote. A Republican hasn't done that since 2004. Why did it happen this time? Maybe because the people are sick of the left and your nonsense. But this is not going to pass. But the fact that they had the cojones to bring this up tells you everything you need to know, especially with the problems that the past administration has created economically in this country. But they're never going to learn. And like I said, I have no problem with it. Let them keep doing what they're doing. But we need to keep an eye on things like this because they are real, they're out there, and this is their intention. So don't dismiss it as a joke or say, they're never going to get that through. No, they probably won't, but it's out there. So you got to pay attention to it. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I am going to see you on the next one. Peace.